Greetings, guys, and welcome to the breakdown with DJ Odyssey. And I'm DJ Odyssey, of course. And yeah, man, today we doing like an Afro House production, and I'm trying to do like a four-part series this time in terms of doing like an Afro House um, beat or track. I'll start with the drums. So I was just doing the drums now, and then so I'll put them out for you to listen to. Number two, the second part will be the chords and melodies as well. Sorry. Number three will be the bass line, and number four will probably be the arrangement. And then I think I'll do number five. Maybe will be the mastering. I'm still trying to figure that out if I'll be able to do that. But otherwise, as I'm doing them, the what do we call this? As I'm doing the drums, the chords and melodies. For me, it's like I'm also doing a little bit of mixing inside. So the moment you start seeing me doing that, you'll see like I'm actually kind of mixing the beats as I go with them. So that's why sometimes I don't like doing like a mixing tutorial or something, because as I'm working, I'm already kind of mixing. And then once the beat is done is when I actually just try to finish off some things, just clean up there and there. But otherwise, um, 9 out of 10, the beat already sound very nice, like very clean already. So that's why like I don't normally do mixing and mastering as such um, on my tutorials, but I'll try to do what I can do to actually get to that point. So um, the first part today is the drums. So I was just doing like Afro house drums, and then they sound like this, and then these are the drums. This is like a nice 16 bar loop, and then let's play this. So yeah, that's the Afro house drum loops that I was just dealing with. That's what I just made now. So I'm just gonna try and make you what can I say? Make you. I'm gonna try and break it down for you so that you can understand how to actually make the drums like this and everything. So number one, guys, uh, my template is available on the link below, on the link on the description, the one that takes you to my store. So there's my template with my mixer and everything. You'll find this mixer template. It's like this. If you feel like messing it around and do it the way that you want to do it, you can actually like add whatever that you use the most as well. Because I remember I didn't put an organ on this. I remember what else did I not put? But these are like the basic sounds that as normal people producers normally use. So on this thing, that's what I have here, right? So now I have like kick, snare, everything on the mixer template. So get the mixer template. It's for free. You can download it. It's my mixer template. Uh, what you do is you're gonna use it to start the song. Every time you start a song, it will open with this mixer, and then it's an empty project, and then but it has these things installed with some EQs inside. But you can mess around with the EQs anyway. So now, without wasting time, guys, let's get into this. So with the drums, first pattern was a kick, right? So I'll come to let me not say pattern mode, but I'll come to this. Let me play it alone, and then so I chose a nice kick from my Afro House symbol pack. This is this is the kick. It's a bit has some lows inside, and then it sounded like this. So the next pattern I did was the claps. So I wanted the groove of the song before I add anything else. So this was like, and then so I also added these. Let me switch off the claps. I also added these percussions. It's just some congas and some congas, some bongos. So what I did on this, they all go into. Let's get into the percussions there. They all go into the percussion channel. So it's the percussion channel. And then play them alone. So there's some kind of a reverb. But you can increase the reverb as much as you want, but not too much. I like the reverb because sometimes it just gives the song like a wider thingy. So yeah. So you have these, and then on the kick, like I didn't like change the what you call this the EQ. So normally my EQ was here because that day I was doing something differently when I was saving this template. So it would be nice to open up the EQ a little bit for the kick. But as you can tell, I took out some heads, some frequencies from this, because this one is like whenever you have a kick has frequencies which, as a normal person, like human beings don't hear anything less than 20 hertz. Normal, like human beings don't normally hear it. Let's say this. I'm gonna put this at 20 hertz somewhere here, and then but you can still hear this one, but you can't hear. Basically, you still can't hear that, right? So I'm trying to make you understand what I'm talking about. So at 20 hertz, you really can't hear the kick. Like you can't hear that sound. So you're taking out that part of the song because it is there, but you cannot really hear it. So now you can hear it. So it doesn't really have to actually take out the 20, because some other sounds also have the 20. So when the 20 hertz, when you're using something below 20 hertz and then you put it in, the more you increase them, the more like it starts to make your song sound muddy. So you want your song to be clean. So anything less than 20 hertz before it, you can take out. I even made it 30 hertz. You can still hear the kick. It's still a kick. You guys understand what I'm trying to tell you. This is part of mixing as well. So actually, this is part of mixing. This is a serious mixing thing. Take out anything less than 20 hertz. So 20 going down, especially for the kick, and then for the other sounds, especially maybe when you're dealing with vocals, anything less than 50 hertz you take out. So with the kick, you want to hear the kick. With the vocals, anything less than 50 you can take out. Sometimes you can get as far as 100 and take off, and then you can cut off that part of the song. And then, so yeah, that's something I wanted to tell you guys. And then, so I used percussions. So with this, so you have this thing going down, and you already have like a nice groove. So I added like a shaker, right? So I'll play the shaker alone as well, and I'll show it to you how it looks. The shaker looks like this. So what happens is with the shaker is, I did the feed. I increased just the feed on 1:3. It's just 3 timer here. So, but without the feed, you can hear it's just like this. And then you increase the feed, not too much, because you want it to still give you like a nice groove in the song. Like, So now you have this, there's this nice groove going on, and so I added these hard percussions. So I have these hard percussions inside my Afro House sample pack. Um, Let me check them for you. When you get into percussions, inside percussions, you have these extra percussions. These extra packs are very hard, as you can hear. Like these are very hard percussions. These you can use to get your song become more what do we say, more harder. So now these extra percussions in a song, they sound like this. So somewhere somehow these percussions, they're more like your toms, and then like these hard snares. But I call them percussions because these are, I put them in that folder because I wanted them to make your song harder. Like the first one was okay. Like the first percussions are just making your song. Like you can start with them with the song when you arrange, and then these ones come in a later stage just to make sure your song gets harder. Sometimes you can even start with them. So now you have like a nice hard percussion, a nice hard groove. And the next thing you can add on top of these, I added a crash instead of a sound effect this time. So a crash, there's it's nothing major to it. It's nothing too hectic now. You just added like a nice percussion, like a crash, just a crash, a simple crash. I mean, so this is the crash, very simple. And then uh, the next thing I added was this reverse crash as well. So it was more like this. So like it's just a crash, but it's reversed. And then I added this fill. It fills up the song. This part, this one, and then so let me show you how it looks. This is how it looks. I don't know how to explain this for you, but I just added like a nice ride in there. Let me say this. That's the ride, and then I still used the kick and the hard percussions, and they sound like this. And then that sums up like the drums, like how I actually did these drums. I hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys can be able to make something like this. So I was just trying to get deep inside it, and then so that you guys can be able to make Afro house drums the way I did them, and then they look easy. They're very simple, so you guys can do this. Whether you're doing Afro tech, Afro house, tribal house, this will work for you. And if you feel like adding anything else, you can do that. And then, so yeah, that's my loop, my 16 bar loop in terms of doing the drums. And then on my next tutorial, I'm adding what you call this? I'm adding chords and melodies. I'm gonna explain them harder. So now there's nothing, as you can see, there's no melodies or anything. So guys, thank you so much for checking this out. I'll see you on my next tutorial when I do the chords and melodies for these drums. Thank you so much.